Here's today's final creature art. Here's what we're going to be going for. You can draw along with us or make something up of your own using the same animal cards. So here's the stack of cards, and there's 150 choices. You can pick any of these cards to draw. We're going to see here. I'm going to put a snail, medium-sized card somewhere in here. We'll go with this one. Skunk, one of these large ones, doesn't matter. Sea turtle. Every card you pick changes it totally. Let's go with this one, spotted, and this habitat card we're gonna leave for the last thing for you as a challenge. So my tools that I usually draw black and white. I use Prismacolor ebony pencils, they're pretty good. I use a white Prismacolor pencil also, and then just erasers, and I like these Statler pens. I always have pens, and I have lots of tools that I use, but I never know what I'm gonna need. So when I start drawing these, I like to draw thumbnail sketches. Think about which features I wanna use in the drawings. Everybody draws differently, so it doesn't matter what you do. You might want the snail, you know, if you have the snail, the back of the snail, somehow, maybe a skunk tail off of this way as his face, maybe that. And then sea turtle, what does he have that's unique? Well, he has a shell, right? You could still put the snail eyes on here. I don't know, that might be kind of funny. And then we could do a skunk stripe on him. Maybe he's gonna have spots. Maybe he could have one leg like that fin that comes down. Another totally different idea. We're gonna make the skunk the main thing. So if you have a skunk tail, maybe you're gonna have 4 skunk tails as those legs. So maybe he has 4 skunk arms and he crawls around, and that's not his face. And then maybe his snail shell is on the bottom. Maybe it's kind of he hasn't quite evolved well enough, so he has a twisty. And maybe right off his back is where he has those 2 antennae, and he's gonna have to have spots, something like that. It looks kind of like a crab. And then third option is maybe you like the turtle's face. Maybe we'll start with that shell, like the shell here of the snail. And we'll put him on his butt back here, 2 little things. And again, you can draw whatever you want. These are just kind of ideas that I have. Skunk has big fingernails on there too. So maybe he has, which one do you like? Again, you draw however you draw, it doesn't matter. It's just about having fun. And that's all we're gonna do. I'm gonna make a big eye up here. I'm gonna go with this guy. So I'm gonna take that idea, we're gonna transfer that over to big paper. And again, we're using this line. We know what it looks like, right? And you think about structure, you think about his bones, there's an actual body under there somewhere that has to hold and eat food and all the other stuff. So we're gonna take this little swing up. At the end, you should kind of be able to tell where the animals came from, but it should look like a totally different kind of animal. And don't forget, he has to have spots. And maybe his shell, instead of being that shell, it'd be that shape, but we're gonna take these twists that a snail shell would have and do that. Instead of having this pattern, make it like this. And maybe we can still bring these claws in from there. There's no rules. Okay, I think we're done with this. We can take him away. We're just gonna finesse, and if you want, instead of having a skunk face, you can still put his big eye in there if you want, because he's kind of cute. Make him look old. How's he gonna eat? Where's his mouth? I don't know. His mouth is gonna be way back here. So we're gonna give him a snail neck. I'm gonna bring this hair back. That whole thing's gonna be there. We'll have this stripe come through here. Maybe that'll be a funny little stripe somehow. We'll have that. We'll have it on the shell. And then this little tail that pokes out right here we'll have still. So you can tell he's kind of slimy. Okay. And then if you want, we can work in some of these shapes. It kind of looks like a turtle. Can't quite tell what he is. Alright, we're gonna ink this guy. If you don't have a light table, you can just ink straight on there and you'll be done. You can also move him just a little bit, so a little more centered on the paper. And just to have a little fun, I'm gonna use this gigantic marker here. It's a chisel tip, Sharpie king size. It's kind of silly, but I don't know, I like to use it sometimes. And for those of you who are out there saying that you don't really like the way I draw, that's fine too. As long as you're out there drawing and having fun, that's really the point of it all, right? So these are gonna be the bold lines, and then we're gonna come back in and get the little smaller detail lines here in a second. There's no right way to draw. More importantly, no wrong way to draw. Maybe this guy's a new breed of turtle. Just gonna fill in his eyes here. A lot of what you do is fill in that eye. If you can get a good eye, a lot of times it brings it to life a little better. Curved lines brings a little more shape to it. Also, when you use a thick marker and a thin marker, the different line weight will also give you a unique variation on your art. Because your tools are not going to be the same as my tools, no matter what, it'll look different. And these little lines will help you in making it look like shading. You gotta do whatever you want. I'm gonna add a little more hair, make him look kind of skunky. And then we have to add his claws on here, and then this one. So if you want to color him, you can color him. If not, you can leave it like this. And shading is just pressure that you put on the pencil. Right, a little harder, you want it darker. As long as your pencil's soft enough, it should get darker and lighter. And again, this is just a quick kind of fun thing. By laying my pencil down, I can get different shades also. If I can, I'll put my link in the description for some of these supplies if you want that. Around, clean up the edge just a little bit. Hope you had fun today. Hope you inspired something new and weird. And remember, art's supposed to be fun, and we're gonna send you off with a challenge to draw it in your own habitat that you want, or we're gonna use our card. Thanks for drawing along. We'll see you next on the next video.